Hello and welcome along to another video. Today is Tuesday the 6th of October 2020 and in today's video I'm going to look ahead and preview day number 1 of the PDC BoyleSports World Grand Prix. This is going to start at 6 PM UK time live on Sky Sports and it's going to be held at the Ricoh Arena in Coventry behind closed doors, so we won't have any fans in. Night number 1 sees the first half of the last 32 matches take place, so we'll see 8 matches take place. And the first match is Adrian versus Dobey. Now, Adrian was the finalist in this competition back in 2010. He's reached the quarterfinals in 2007 and 2009. 9 times he has lost in the last 16 and 3 times he's lost in the last 32. He's currently ranked number 16 in the world and he's looking over his shoulder behind him. Unfortunately, he really should be looking in front of him to try and push back up the rankings because he's too good to be down at number 16 in the world. And he takes on Dobey. Now, Dobey reached the semi-finals on his debut in 2019. And he's at Plymouth North East of England where they play a lot of double in, double out darts. He's already went up the rankings because it's a 2-year ranking system from 19 to 18 before he's even played a game in this year's BoyleSports World Grand Prix. Now I've looked at the head-to-head between these two and it's 5-1 to Dobey. Adrian did win their first ever meeting back in 2015 in May of that year by 6 legs to 2 in a Players' Championship event, but Dobey has won the last 5 since then, and the last one was in July 2020 when Dobey won by 6 legs to 3 in the Summer Series. I think it's a very interesting game. I think it's going right down to the wire. Adrian shows a lot of energy in recent matches, but I think that Dobey's coolness under pressure will get him through this game by 2-1. The next match of the evening sees Danny Noppert take on Ryan Searle. Now, Danny Noppert has played in this competition twice before. The first year he got knocked out in the last 32. Last year he did make the last 16. Now, he was second on the Pro Tour Order of Merit for the World Grand Prix list, so it just shows you how good he's played on the floor. Outside the top 16 players, he has been the best. And he takes on Ryan Searle. Ryan's making his debut at the World Grand Prix this year. He won Players' Championship 3 in Wigan in February 2020, earlier on this year, and that was a great achievement for Ryan Searle. I've looked at the head-to-heads between these two and it's 2-0 to Danny Noppert. The 2 matches he won was at Players' Championship in February 2019 by 6 legs to 4 and at the Players' Championships finals later on that year in November by 6 legs to 5. I think it's a very, very tight game. I think that game at the Players' Championship finals will be very like this game, but I think Danny Noppert will get the job done by 2-1. The next match we'll discuss is Mensur Suljovic versus Dirk van Duijvenbode. The Mensur Suljovic has either been brilliant in this tournament or he's been very poor. He's reached semi-finals 3 times back in 2015, 2017 and 2018. However, when he's not reached the semi-final, he has been put out in the first round of 2016 and 2019. And he takes on Dirk van Duijvenbode, who is making his debut in this event. And European Tour event number 1 back in February this year, he reached the semi-final of that event and that really pushed him into making his first debut in this World Grand Prix. The head-to-head is really interesting between these two and Mensur leads it by 8-0. The last time they played was UK Open earlier this year and Mensur won the game by 10 legs to 7. I think that Mensur's excellent head-to-head record will get him through this game against Dirk van Duijvenbode, and I think he'll win this game by 2-0. Now we move on to the 4th match of the evening, which I think will be the pick of the night's action. We see Jose de Sousa take on Devon Petersen. Now both are debutants in the World Grand Prix. Jose de Sousa has reached the final in Players' Championships 11. That was part of the Summer Series in Milton Keynes. But his relentlessness round the treble 20, especially his 140 hitting, has been outstanding this year. And he takes on Devon Petersen. Now, Devon Petersen was first in the Pro Tour Order of Merit outside the top 16 players, so it just shows you how good he's been. He backed up a final performance and a Players' Championship in the Autumn Series with his first ever title and the PDC at the elite level where he took it up European Tour event 2 last week, which was a great achievement. He was wonderful all through that event, especially coming from 5-1 down against Gerwen Prix to win 6 legs to 5. That was a real highlight of his performance and his run through, because it'd be easy for him just to fold at 5-1 down and lose the game by 6 legs to 1. But he showed real grit, determination, and I think this will show him in real stead for this game. I've looked at the head-to-head between these two, and it's 2-0 to Devon Petersen. The first time these two ever played was at the World Championships in 2012, when they played in the preliminary stages, and Devon won it by 4 legs to 3. The most recent time was in March 2020 at Players' Championship event, and Devon won it again by 6 legs to 2. I think it'll be really interesting to see which way these go double in, and if they can stay mentally focused through this whole game, because this could drag out, even though it'll be over very quickly over the 3 sets, because his standard for this game, I'm going for Devon Petersen to edge it by 2 sets to 1 against Jose de Sousa. The 5th match of the evening sees James Wade take on Mervyn King. Now, James Wade's won this event twice in the past, in 2007 and 2010. He was a finalist in 2014. He's been the semi-finalist in 2011 and 2013, and he's been the last 16 one time in 2019, and he's lost 8 times in the last 32. So it just shows you, if James Wade can get through that first round, he generally goes deep in this event. He won Players' Championship number 12, which was part of the summer series in Milton Keynes, and he takes on Mervyn King. Now, Mervyn King has been the finalist this event once, back in 2012 when he lost to Michael van Gerwen. He's been in the semi-finals once, went in 2008. He's in the quarter-finals twice, in 2014 and 2019. 3 times he's reached the last 16, and 6 times he's been beat in the first round. In European Tour 2, he reached the semi-final stage. He beat Michael van Gerwen away along in his run, and he was very, very impressive. He's lost a lot of weight as well, so he's looking match sharp now again, Mervyn King. I think it's a really interesting game between these two, because they've played so much in the past. The head-to-head between these two is 24 all with 1 draw. The Mervyn King won the last meeting between these two at the World Grand Prix last year by 3 sets to 1. Will that be a thing that will help him in this year, or will it be a thing that will help James Wade because he'll want revenge? I think James Wade will want revenge badly in this game, and I think, especially having just lost him at European Tour 2, I think that James Wade will win this game by 2 sets to 1. The next match we'll discuss is Gary Anderson versus Rob Cross. Now, Rob Cross has played this event 3 times, and he's only won 1 match in the BoyleSports World Grand Prix, and that was last year, where he reached the last 16 before he lost out to Glenn Durrant. The 2 years previously, he lost in the last 32. He's starting to pick up form, Rob Cross, because he reached the World Series finals, and he was a finalist in that. He wasn't his best, but he got the job done in several of his games. And he takes on Gary Anderson. Now, Gary should be refreshed. He hasn't played since the World Match Play final, which he lost to Dimitri van den Bergh. But in this event, he reached the final in 2016, the semi-finals in 2014, the quarter-finals in 2010, 2013 and 2018. He's been at the last 16 3 times, and he's lost twice in the last 32. Now, the head-to-head between these two, it's 9-1 to Gary. Gary's won the last 4 meetings. The only time Rob Cross has beat Gary Anderson was back in the Premier League in 2018 by 7 legs to 5. So what do I think is going to happen in this game? I think the head-to-head and Gary's freshness will be too much for Rob Cross in this game. I'm going for Gary Anderson to win this game by 2 sets to 0. The penultimate game of the evening sees Michael van Gerwen take on Krzysztof Ratajski. Now, Michael van Gerwen's won this event 5 times in the past: 2012, 2014, 2016, 2018, 2019. But that win back in 2012 really catapulted his career to the next level. He's been in the final in 2015, and he's been the quarterfinalist in 2013, and he's lost twice in the first round in this event. So far this year, Michael van Gerwen's picked up 4 events: the UK Open and 3 Players' Championship events. which to a lot of people will be a great year. But for Michael van Gerwen, he'll be disappointed with that, and he'll want to start to put this right in this event, taking on Krzysztof Ratajski. Now, Krzysztof Ratajski qualified for this event last year and get beaten in the first round, where he lost by 2-1 to Glenn Durrant. So far this year, he's picked up one Players' Championship title, and that was in Players' Championship number 4 in Wigan in February this year, before lockdown was in place. So the head-to-head between these two is 5-0 to Michael van Gerwen. Michael van Gerwen's won 3 matches in 2019 and 2 matches in 2020. The closest match between these two was in a Players' Championship event in February this year, when Michael van Gerwen won by 7 legs to 6 in the semi-final of that Players' Championship. What do I think is going to happen in this game? I think Krzysztof Ratajski will take the opening set in this game, but I think Michael van Gerwen will fight back, just like he did last year against Jamie Hughes, where he had that 135 checkout on the bull. I think we'll see a similar massive checkout from Michael van Gerwen, and I think that'll turn the game round for him. I think he'll win this game by 2-1. Now we're going to talk about the last match of the evening, which is Michael Smith take on Dimitri van den Bergh. Now, Michael Smith has a terrible record at the BoyleSports World Grand Prix. He's reached the last 16 only 2 times before, and that was in 2015 and 2019. 5 times before he has lost in the first round. So far this year, he's reached the final in the Masters and European Tour event number 1 and the match play semi-finals. Again, he'll want more consistency in his game. He'll be thinking he's, a top 4 player, and that isn't good enough. He'll be wanting to win events, and having not won an event in 2020 so far, he'll want to right that wrong. And he takes on Dimitri van den Bergh. Now, Dimitri van den Bergh has a great 2020, being World Match Play Champion. Winning his first major PDC title was an outstanding achievement from the Belgian. He was outstanding that week. He showed great mental composure in that, and I think having experience of won an event behind closed doors, especially a major event, could put him in great stead. However, he has got a knee injury so far, and I don't know if he's got that fully healed so far, but it'd be interesting to see how he plays in this game. It isn't affecting this game too much, but it's just that 1-2% difference which could cause the difference in winning and losing. Last year he made his debut in this competition, where he lost by 2-1 in the first round to Mervyn King. Now these two have played 5 times previously, and Michael Smith leads the head-to-head by 3-2 over Dimitri van den Bergh. And the last time they played was in 2018, so it's quite a surprise they haven't played in 2 years now. Michael Smith won, then Dimitri wins, then Michael Smith wins, then Dimitri wins, and then Michael Smith wins. So that's how it's came to that. And I think that Michael Smith will edge this game. It'll be a very, very tight game, but that 1%, 2% where Dimitri's feeling that injury, Michael Smith will jump in and take advantage of that and win it by 2-1. I think that night one's going to be very, very good to watch, and hopefully you can put your comments of what you think your predictions will be of the 8 matches taking place. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. And until tomorrow, when I preview night number 2 of the PDC BoyleSports World Grand Prix, I will see you then. Goodbye.